Okay, so for this explainer, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take apart a single, really powerful document, a Christian daily devotional. Now, just to be clear, our goal here isn't to get into the theology. Nope, we're looking at its architecture, how it's put together and what it's really designed to do. And that brings us to the big question, really. How can one daily message, just a single page of text, connect believers all over the world? I mean, we're talking about millions of people in different countries, different cultures, all reading the same thing. How does that work? Let's dive in and find out. All right, first things first, let's get under the hood and dissect this thing. The source actually calls these messages daily banquets, which I think is pretty telling. It gives you this idea of daily spiritual food, right? So what's on the menu? What are the key ingredients here? Okay, take a look at this. Right at the top, you can see this super clear, almost hierarchical structure. It's like a funnel. It kicks off with a big, broad, prophetic theme for the whole month. In this instance, it's supernatural healings. Then, boom, it narrows down to today's topic. From there, it anchors everything with a specific Bible scripture, and then finally, it delivers the core message. It's a really smart way to guide the reader, taking them from this huge concept all the way down to a very specific point. So let's zoom in a little closer on that core message for this specific day. Everything, and I mean everything, in this text is built around one central, powerful idea: God as the healer. And to really nail down this theme, the devotional introduces a key term, Jehovah Rapha. The text tells us this is a name for God right out of the Bible, and it translates to the Lord that healeth. By giving you this very specific name, it creates a powerful focal point for the whole message. It's not just healing, it's Jehovah Rapha. And here's a perfect example of how the devotional anchors its claims in Scripture. It gives you this direct quote, "I am the Lord that healeth thee," right from the book of Exodus. This isn't just a suggestion, it's presented as the foundational evidence for the day's message. It's the scriptural bedrock that the rest of the text is built on. So once they've laid down that scriptural anchor, the message section starts to build on it. It basically explains that this idea of healing isn't some ancient, abstract thing. No, the text says this power is available right here, right now, for everyone. And it covers the whole person, your physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. But here's the thing, the document doesn't just stop there, with giving you an idea to think about. That's not the end goal. It's designed to do something more. It wants to turn that belief into real, tangible action. And it does that with a super clear call to action, broken down into 3 simple steps. First, take a moment to reflect. Step 2, pray and actually declare that God is your healer. And finally, step 3, trust that the promise is going to be fulfilled. So you see, the point here isn't just to read something passively, it's about actively doing something. And to make that doing part as easy as possible, the devotional literally hands you a pre-written prayer. This thing is a practical tool. It totally removes any guesswork a reader might have about how they should respond. It gives them the exact words to use. It's like, here, just say this, making it incredibly easy to participate. Okay, so now let's pull the lens way back for a second. This daily devotional, it's not just a standalone piece of text. It's actually a gateway. It's designed from the ground up to connect the individual reader to a much, much larger global community and organization. So how does it do that? Well, the text straight up invites readers to join a mission called Operation 500 Million Souls for Christ. And it lays out 3 really concrete ways you can get involved. You can be a prayer partner, a volunteer missionary, or what they call a kingdom investor. Each role is a different level of commitment, which is smart, right? It creates all these different entry points for people to engage. Okay, now this is fascinating. The organization actually coordinates a global prayer hour. Check this out. By listing the times across all these different time zones, it creates this incredible sense of a synchronized, shared experience. So someone reading this in Nigeria at midnight knows for a fact that they're praying at the exact same moment as someone in the US at 6 p.m. It completely transforms what could be a solitary act into this powerful collective event. And that connection, it doesn't even stop there. The devotional basically acts as a directory for an entire ecosystem of digital platforms. You've got WhatsApp groups for prayer, Telegram for podcasts and messages, Facebook for updates, even TikTok and YouTube for videos. All these different hubs make sure that the community connection is alive and kicking 24/7 long after you've finished reading that day's text. Okay, so let's put it all together. What have we learned by taking this single document apart? It's time to connect all the dots and see the bigger picture of how this whole communication machine is engineered. When you step back, what you're really looking at is a complete blueprint for engagement. It starts with that highly structured format that makes the daily message super easy to digest. Then it grounds its core message in scriptural authority, which gives it weight. After that, it funnels that belief into very specific guided actions. And finally, it uses that single moment of individual engagement as an on-ramp to this huge, digitally connected global community. It's a full system. And all of that brings us right back to where we started, to that big question. How does a single page of text manage to unite a global community in both belief and action? Well, now we can see how. It's through this very deliberate combination of clear structure, anchored messaging, actionable steps, and then this seamless integration into a bigger network. It's just a really powerful reminder of how even the simplest looking piece of media can be engineered to create an incredibly profound sense of connection and shared purpose.